Machine Gun Kelly sucks.
He was just another mediocre white guy finding success in hip-hop because he's a white guy in hip-hop.
This new MGK album is not good.
Look, I've already done a video about Machine Gun Kelly back when he attempted a guitar solo, which was not good. It sucked.
I hate the artist who failed in one genre and decided to go to rock, and I think he knows who he is.
And Machiny McWeenie should have stopped there. Machiny McWeenie, you should have stopped when you were ahead.
Does Machine Gun Kelly deserve this? Yeah, he kinda does. One of my best performing videos in the last few years was me roasting Machine Gun Kelly's performance of Aerials by System of a Down. I was pretty ruthless in that video. And Machine Gun Kelly just released a new song called Don't Let Me Go, where he gets very vulnerable about his mental health and how he's not taking the hatred or negative feedback from people very well. So do I regret making that video? No. Not in the fucking least. You're a public figure, and I spoke honestly in that video about how I think you should improve. And I hope that motivated you to take your craft more seriously. But that was years ago, and people can change. Hopefully we want them to change for the better. So let's see what this new song is like. But first,
Butterfly in the sky.
getting a delicious guitar tone that sits well in a mix is incredibly difficult. But thanks to my friends at String Source, this is much less of a problem for you. This is not a paid advertisement. Eric Hill is a friend of mine and has been basically pseudo-mentoring me for a while, and I wanted to give his products a shout out. String Source strings are constructed for an even, beautiful tone, and each pack was designed with even tension in mind. On the back of the pack, you can actually see the tension for each tuning you might want to be in for that pack of strings. Eric designed these strings and these string packs from the perspective of a producer, trying to get the right strings for the right tuning to get the absolute best tone. I use them, and I know you'll love them. And if you're really serious about tone, check out the Source Tone. This pedal precisely alters your guitar signal so that it changes how the amp interacts when you play. It is incredible the range of tone you can dial in with this guy. For people who really care about the details of making your amp sing, this guy is for you. If you're interested, check the link in the description and watch the demo video. I know you'll definitely be impressed. It would mean the world to me if you guys would go and support my friend Eric. Just click the link, buy a pack of strings, try them for yourself. Got nothing to lose. He is incredibly talented and his products are excellent. You can absolutely trust this man. All right, love you, Eric. Let's get into the video. All right, let's check out these lyrics. Bleeding all over this shit. Can I get, like, my pants and shit? Can I just, get, like, a little, like, a towel? I'll be completely honest, I have no idea what the fuck this means. That's almost certainly due to my own ignorance, but I couldn't tell you for sure. It seems like something happened that he's regretting, but he's not admitting to himself that he's regretting. It was, like, fucked up. I don't know. Lately, my thoughts eating me alive, laid in the bed, thinking maybe the hate'll finally go away if I'm not alive. Wish I didn't listen. Just like I wish they would understand me one time. I had a breakdown and tatted my entire body except one line, everything's just fine. So he's suffering from anxiety and depression, wants to 86 himself from all the hate. MGK does get a disproportionate amount of hate. Some of it seems justified, some of it doesn't. Roasting his latest pop punk album because it seemed low effort and amateurish seems fine to me. We're critiquing your work. Roasting you when you're making a public spectacle of yourself, like relentlessly trying to start beef with Eminem, seems like you're asking for criticism. But roasting MGK over something like his razor blade guitar, okay, it's like relax, people. It seems a little overboard to me, and there definitely is a segment of people that act as though they just wish he didn't exist. And I'm pretty sure Machine Gun Kelly is picking up that vibe. And him blacking out his upper torso and arms and saying that came from a mental breakdown, I mean, makes complete sense to me. When I see someone who has blackout tattoos, I think to myself, this person probably hates themselves. I see my family's reflection. Every time I look in the cup and I sip it again. Tell me, after all this ends, will I be mentioned again? Why do I care? If in the end, it's just me and God, like I'm Christian again. He's talking about escape through alcohol or maybe even alcoholism and wondering whether or not his life will have any meaning or if any life has any meaning. It's par for the course for disturbed people, and I mean, this is not stepping over the bounds. He's saying in this song that he is a disturbed person. I don't even think he needed to release this song in order to suspect something like that. I'm just happy he's expressing it honestly and maturely. To be completely honest, I think these are some excellent lyrics. It's got this common man's poetry flair to it. It's talking about real shit. The flow and the rhyme scheme feel natural. Nothing really feels forced. The ideas flow great into one another, almost like it's stream of consciousness. I connect to him in this song. Before my dad left this earth, he made sure I took on every quality I didn't want. I was supposed to die at birth, gave me a chance, and I fucked it up. Give me another one. MGK has opened up about his dad in the past. I don't know all the details, but it seems like he wasn't a very good father. Apparently he had a drinking problem, and it seems like MGK might have one too. From interviews and these lyrics, I don't think that that's too much to assume. MGK also wasn't supposed to be born. He had the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. This may be the only thing he and I have in common. I also had the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck in the womb. I was a miracle baby. Fist bump for miracle babies. And being told something like that can definitely fuck with your head a little bit. I've been running from secrets I hid as a kid and I never confronted them. I just called Ma, said I forgive her for not being there when I needed one. So this is the part where I would probably start critiquing the writing a little bit. These lyrics feel a smidge forced to me, a little bit scattershot of an idea. It's like the logic train was flowing really good and then it kind of got jumbled up a little bit. It's still on topic, it's still vulnerable, but the artistic quality of it feels a bit lacking. Coming back, just let me go, repeat that a bunch, then say don't let me go at the end. I'm not 100% sure what this means. My guess is that he's trying to do better, but he wants people to stop giving him shit. Being a public figure is tough and always comes with people shitting on you, deserved or undeserved. My best advice to you would be to step away from being a public figure for a while. Take a step back, address your mental health, get on a positive course with good habits, then come back and crush it. Who am I when the music stops? And the character that I've been playing is really just broken and fucking lost. I swear I've been telling you over and over again in all these songs, but they don't hear nothing I'm writing, cause they're too busy trying to write me off, and they go on and on and on. Yeah, no, I've been hearing you this whole time. It's been blatantly clear. Just saying you're a broken person or acting like a broken person doesn't excuse you or make you a better person. You have to actually like do something about it. At some point, you have to admit to yourself that you've been acting like a dipshit and then make an effort to not act like a dipshit anymore.
Revealing that his marriage has required him to work on himself and confront trauma of the past. He says it was his faith and a lot of self-reflection that have set him on a path to healing.
While my video got a lot of views, I've only really made one video on you, and I've talked about you a little bit on live streams, but no one really sees those. So I'm hoping you wouldn't lump me in with all the people who chase everything you do for clicks. I try to avoid talking about things unless I have something very substantial to say about it. And I want to be clear, I want you to make good art. I want you to be a great musician. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to succeed. At the end of the day, I want you to be making the right decisions. It's funny, because if we just sat and talked, you'd see that it's just hard for me to be vulnerable, because I blocked it off. My heart was broken like my ribs as a kid when me and my father fought. Pretty self-explanatory. That really sucks, and I'm very sorry that that happened to you. Searching for someone to tell me who I really am. I don't know when I look in the mirror. The feeling of dying alone and not leaving anything behind is my biggest fear. Kiss the person that I love as if I'm never coming back after I leave out the door. Machine Gun Kelly, I hear your problems. May I suggest Jesus Christ? All in all, I'd say these lyrics are great. I love the vulnerability, love the honesty. Only two small sections felt a bit wonky. Everything else flowed together very nicely, felt very natural. I wouldn't say there's anything particularly witty, but I don't think it really needs to be, because he's trying to just empty himself and just give you him, the real him. I think it works more in his favor to just say it like it is instead of focusing too hard on trying to be a wordsmith. Cool, let's listen to the music. All right, just simple him just sitting at the piano with a microphone, kind of trying to get across the intimacy of what's going on here. Like there's less production or less things between him and the audience. The fuck is that mumbling shit? Is that all this fucking bullshit over here?
Late in the bed thinking maybe the hate will finally go away if I'm not alive.
Okay, look, I do not want to downplay the severity of what he's talking about here. We went through the lyrics, they're great lyrics. This is not a critique of him so much as it's a critique of the genre. I just cannot fucking stand this vocal style at all. The super tightly auto-tuned bullshit that doesn't need to be auto-tuned, the extremely recycled, predictable rhythms and melodies. Like I said, this isn't a specific critique of him because everyone in this genre does this shit.
That's what's wrong right now. Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them niggas sound the same. I said, nigga had me in the studio one night trying to do that shit. I'm like, man, cut this shit off. What the fuck am I in here doing, nigga? I don't rap like that.
It's tatted my entire body except one line. Everything's just fine. Slipping again. There I go slipping again.
Okay, I gotta say, I love the visual of him doing the table percussion. The samples that they're using actually sound like something similar to if you were doing table percussion. Probably not the heel of your palm hitting the table that never has that clean and deep of a bass. It's cool though, I dig it. All this again driving home the fact that it's like Machine Gun Kelly in his vulnerable, more childlike, less famous state, just trying to be an honest artist.
Mentioned again, why do I care? If in the end it's just me and God, like I'm Christian again.
Yeah, you know, it's this is only the genre of music. It's not anything specific with him. I just fucking hate listening to that. He seems to be competent in the genre, which frankly isn't saying a whole lot. So far, a big compliment I would say is the beat is very simplified, but it seems as though on screen, it's just him doing all the samples. It's him playing the piano, it's him doing the table percussion stuff, and it's him vocalizing over top of it. I dig it. Hate listening to it, love the sentiment. And to be honest, we can really just stop right there because we have really experienced everything this song has to offer musically. The melodies don't change, the piano part doesn't change, no special sound design moments happen at any point. It's really more like a poem with a simple backing track to it. The mixing and production seem good as far as I can tell, no notes there. Not a ton of substance in the music to be honest, but this is a more lyrics-driven song. So would I listen to this? Absolutely fucking not. Am I impressed in any way? Absolutely fucking not. Would I call this good art? Yeah, I think I would call this good art. It's vulnerable, it's not trying to use spectacle in order to grab your eyes and attention, it's honest. The simplicity of the production lends itself well to him trying to be simply him as opposed to dressing himself up as this spectacle of a figure. Do I expect his other work to mimic this and be more honest and vulnerable? No, I don't at all. While it's something I will never want to listen to, I can at very least appreciate it. I think that he tried for something good. I think he pretty much hit the mark and the execution seemed good for the genre. And I mean, this isn't the first time I can at least somewhat appreciate something that I don't like listening to. I think a great example of that is Metallica's album Lulu, which really honestly, the biggest problem with that album is people thinking that it's a Metallica album. It's really a Lou Reed album. Don't believe me? I mean, check out the video I did on it right here. This completely changed my perspective and understanding of Lulu as an album. Trust me, I understand hating the album, but if you still hate it, I would recommend checking out this video. Maybe you'll have your mind changed. All right, later on, guys.